data by itself is meaningless. So, how do we make sense of this?
We think of making sense of data is really a solution oriented approach. And what I mean by that is before we get to the data, let's talk about what's the problem we're trying to solve.
Love
And
it.
that's usually where we begin with. And that helps set the guardrails to Fawaz's point about this. We have this breadth of data. Well, but the problem we're trying to solve is here within this specific domain. Then you start defining the problem. And in order to define that problem, we need these data elements to actually quantify the problem. So that becomes the source of what that is. For us within RV, usually that stems from what's the clinical problem we're trying to solve, what's the clinical domain we're trying to play within. And from there, stemming from, okay, that's the clinical information. What auxiliary touch points do you have of which operational systems is it touching? Is that going into a pathology report system that we need to pull those data points in? So we start expanding from that problem space. And then on the solution side, we got to ask the similar question of if that's the problem we're trying to solve, is the solution at large addressing that problem? And once you address that problem, now within the second layer is automation and AI. How is that playing into the solution? So you got to think about the context of problem solution and also the scope of the data within the problem solution space.